Hey guys, welcome to another lunchtime review. Today I'm trying a shepherd's pie. It's ground beef with peas and carrots topped with a cheesy mashed potato. This is a meal by Chef Ramsay. So yeah, these are sold at Walmart. They were $5.94. They have a whole range of like these chef meals that they're selling right now. So it's pretty cool. 10 ounces or 283 grams and $5.94. I mean, I think it's just a touch expensive, but not ridiculously so. I mean, you know, there's worse out there, trust me. It's not like a $1.50 meal though. So it's 490 calories for the entire bowl, and there's your other info. Of course, there will be a closer picture of that, but there it is. It says it's a classic British dish filled with ground beef and vegetables stewed in a rich tomato sauce, smothered with buttery mashed potatoes and topped with white cheddar cheese. So it sounds really good. It looks good. Let's see. It says lift. There's only microwave directions on here. So it says lift the film on the bowl to vent slightly. You slightly vent. Place the bowl in the microwave and cook for 4.5 minutes until the center of the dish reaches 165, and then remove. Let it stand for 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah. So, and no range of temperature there either. If you notice, there was just the time, 4.5 minutes. So there's what it looks like. So I'm going to vent it right. Put it right there. It's a big plastic square, so it really doesn't matter where. So anyway, I'm gonna get this in the microwave for 4.5 minutes and I'll be back. All right, so here it is out of the microwave, and I haven't touched it. I don't want to really, I guess I could stir it up. I really don't want the potatoes stirred up, but it looks like it's, I don't know. And this is common with these. They get this little scorched edge on them, really dry. Scorched edge. I don't know why they don't have you stir this up, like even separately. Like I could stir this section up, and then I could have stirred this section up and not have them mixed together, and it wouldn't have done this scorch on the side, because it does this on a lot of these Gordon Ramsay meals. I'll just tell you that right now. So anyway, I'm going to get this over to the table, and I'm trying to break this up a little bit. I don't want to stir it up completely together, but I'll end up having to some. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I just gave it a minute to cool off. I haven't stirred it up, but I did get a little bit of everything in there. There's corn. There's carrots and meat and potatoes, and there's some gravy. I didn't get a pea now that I'm looking at it. All right, now I got everything, and cheese. I see actually there's cheese hanging off. Not as hot as I thought it would be, so it's fine. I thought it would be like burn your mouth off, but it's not too bad. I want to try some of the potatoes without the meat. It's going to be hard to get it without like the gravy, but there's like quite a bit of cheese in there. A lot more cheese than I thought there was going to be. Yeah, the whole mashed potato is just covered in cheese, which is good. I mean, if you're going to say you're going to put cheese on something, put cheese on something. I want to actually see the cheese. I like the texture of the potatoes. They're very creamy. And I really like the little bit of cheese flavor you get on there. You can see it's everywhere. I like that. I like that part of it. It really did use some cheese, which is a good thing. I think the cheese just makes them, like a mashed potato is very good and creamy. I think super creamy, very soft. The cheese just adds a little bit more of a texture to those mashed potatoes. So the potatoes are really, really good. The meat is good. It's definitely a ground beef. It's not super fine though. Hold on. They've left it a little chunky, kind of like you'd have a sloppy Joe sandwich, right? A sloppy Joe sandwich. That's kind of the texture of the meat you get, because it's not ground. Some of these meals, not Gordon Ramsay meals, but some meals in general, I can think of some chili meals specifically that grind the hamburger and grind the ground beef up very, very, very fine, to where it's almost the size of like little sand particles. It's so off-putting for me. This actually has some texture to it. It's bigger chunks, like I said, like almost like a taco meat or a sandwich meat, sloppy Joe, something like that. And the vegetables are cooked really nice too. Like the carrots are still soft. They're not really hard and crunchy. I like them that they're soft. It's just a slight crunchy texture to them. So now I'm just gonna mix it all together. To heck with it, right? You're gonna eat it all together anyway. Overall, I like the textures of these. There's nothing wrong with any of the textures. I like the texture of everything. Everything's well cooked. I really do wish they told you to stir, like in the last minute or so, you could stir it up, and I think it would keep you from getting like that almost scorched edge to it. But none of the Gordon Ramsay meals have been like that. Almost every one of them I can think of, they haven't had you stir them, and they've all gotten that little crust on the edges where they sit. So I think if they just told you to stir them a little bit right before they were done, I think they would be better as far as that goes. Yeah, combined, it's a really good flavor. It's not, some people will not like this texture. If you like mashed potatoes, I think you'll be fine with it because it is kind of a softer texture overall with little pieces of ground beef in there. But overall, it's a very soft meal. But I like the textures. I like that texture of the mashed. I love mashed potatoes anyway. And I like the texture that the ground beef adds to it, and that the vegetables add to it, and the cheese adds to it. I'm just debating whether the flavors are really like there. You know what I mean? Like most of the flavor I get, 90% of it is potato. Even when I get a big hunk of like the meat, you really taste a lot of the potato. Yeah, and the meat's just kind of a secondary flavor. It's not, I mean, you get that meaty kind of ground beef flavor, but you don't get that really well-seasoned like beef, you know? So I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. I do like it. I like it quite a bit. I would actually, I would get this again because I like shepherd's pie anyway. I'm surprised this one, you know, they're showing you two separate things. Shepherd's pies is usually made in a container, and it's got the stuff on the bottom, and the potatoes completely cover the top, like almost like a crust on top. I'm surprised they did it this way, to where it was kind of separate things, because I've had another meal. It's very, very expensive. Well, and there's another one called, I think it's Blake's. They sell a shepherd's pie that's pretty good too, and it has meat and stuff and potatoes with the potatoes on top. I don't think they use ground beef though. I think they use, I could be completely wrong, but I'm thinking they use like roast kind of like meat. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 4 out of 5. I do like it. I think the flavors could be a little bit more bold and stronger, like in the meat itself, because the potatoes really overtake the flavor of the meat and stuff like that. But overall, very good meal. I would definitely try it out if you're interested in it. It's definitely not bad. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.